VTR 2081, stroke 77 panel, Celebrity Squares, show 70, part 1, take 1.
One of these celebrities is sitting in the secret square, and the contestant who picks it first could be splashing out. Which celebrity is it? Is it Ted Moult? Katie Boyle? Frank Carson? Jean Rook? Arthur Mullard? Nerys Hughes? Roy Hudd? Les Dawson? Or Willie Rushton, all joining Bob in the big box game, Celebrity Squares. And here he is, the star master of celebs, the big square himself, Bob Monkhouse.
And a happy Easter to you too. And it's a happy time, Easter. And to think my wife turned nasty just because I brought the kids home a bunny from the Playboy Club. Hello, celebrities! Oh, like extra special Easter chicks, and with the Easter flowers in the ladies' squares too. How nice to see you. And this is intensive farming, battery hen farming, for prize crops, and the prize crop of prizes we've got. And you win those by getting 3 squares in a row. 3 squares horizontally or vertically, or diagonally, or the first player to win 5 squares. I got the lighting man confused there. To egg them on, I have an African Kojak for you here. That's pretty, isn't it? And you can have that if you tell me who you are. So, you tell me all about yourself and I'll give you an unexpected gift.
I'm Linda Rose. I'm 21 years old. I come from Whitney, Oxfordshire. I'm a lab technician at the Transfusion Centre, Oxford.
At a what transfusion?
Blood transfusion.
Blood transfusion. A little Dracula, are you? On the cloud. Are you Mrs. Rolls or Miss Rolls? Miss Rolls. You're the tasty rolls, and I'm the ham with the corn. We should get together and make a meal of it. But I'll give you the meal instead. And the same for you, if you'll tell me who you are.
My name is Joseph Harley. I'm 24 years old. I come from Greenock in Scotland.
Greenock?
Yes, Greenock. And I'm a computer programmer with local government.
Years ago, I remember the mayor of Greenock saying to me, "You're in the public eye," as he showed me around the high street. He said, "Can you do anything to stop these rumours that it's always raining in Greenock?" But I didn't answer because it was my turn to row. There. You've met 2 nice people and heard 2 nasty jokes. Now let's get on with the game. The toss was won backstage by Linda Rolls. So, Linda, pick a star.
Nerys Hughes.
Nerys Hughes. Nerys, darling, Oliver Cromwell had 4 nicknames referring to the size of his nose. Nosy, Ruby Nose, Copper Nose, and the most famous of all.
As a nose. I don't know. What about long nose?
Long Nose?
I agree.
No, he was known as Nose Almighty, and very well known as that. So no money is won on Nerys' Square, and the cross goes in for Joseph Harley. Joe, where would you like your next cross?
William Rushton, please.
Willie, who was Deadwood Dick?
Deadwood Dick. A tragic victim of Dutch elm disease. He was an old Wild West person, wasn't he? I don't know whether he was true or false. I think he was true, but under another name. He might even have been English, but he was a sort of cowboy figure of the Old West.
I agree.
Absolutely right. He was Richard Clark. And he was English-born, you're quite right, Willie. Richard Clark was English-born, and he became the hero of Western dime novels, of course, but he made his name as a guard for gold consignments in Deadwood, South Dakota. Where would you like to go next? Katie Boyle de Block. Katie, if you saw a man fiddling with your galligaskins, what would he be doing, Katie?
I would say he'd be very naughty. And if I didn't like him very much, I might very nasty back. Because I think he'd be fiddling here in front. With the bodice, with bows, and it's in leather. He'd be trying to undo them, I suppose. Phew, nice. That's what
At game point now, Linda, do you agree or disagree?
I agree.
You agree? No, you're wrong. No, he'd be adjusting your breeches, your leggings, or your gaiters. Possibly doing something with a variety of cowslip as well. Poor Callie Gaskins. It being game point, you cannot win due to Linda's mistake, Joe, so where would you like your cross to go?
Katie Boyle,
I
please.
thought you might say that. What am I describing, Katie? They're between 1 and 5 inches long, rounded, brownish black, covered with warts, and they have a strong odor which attracts dogs.
Well, if it's what I think it is, we oughtn't to be doing this paper.
Actually, I do know this one because they come from France, and they come from northern Italy, they grow underground, and they flavor things absolutely deliciously. They're used very, very finely scraped into food, rice particularly, scrubbed, of course, when they're taken out of the ground, scrubbed, I suppose the water go with them. They're extremely expensive, and they're called tartufi or truffles, or truffles.
I agree.
You just won the game for a £10 bonus. First game over. First round of the game finds Joe Harley with £20. Little Linda Rolls hasn't made any money yet. Well, here's your big chance coming up because we've got a big special square prize, haven't we, Kenny?
Hi! Cross starts our first secret square, and the first person to pick it could be bathing their feet in Crete. It's a 500 quid super haul for a pair of persons, an amazing opportunity to plunder the wonder of the largest of the Greek islands. Snuggled in the comfort of top-class modern hotel, you can set out to gratify your particular holiday whim, whether you're one of the sun, a sort for sport, or a vulture for culture. And there's 75 greenies included for you to dissipate at your leisure.
Here at your leisure is the face of the famous star sitting in the Celebrity Square, the special secret square for this round of Bob and the Big Box game. We couldn't see that here in the studio, so see if you can pick the star in the secret square, Joe.
Neris Hughes, please.
Neris? Neris, what is unusual about Schubert's Symphony in B minor?
It was written by Brahms. As a matter of fact, it was unusual because he never finished it. It's the unfinished symphony.
I agree.
Absolutely right. You win £10.
William Rushton.
William Rushton? All right, my Linda. Where would you find the zip code being used, Willie? The zip code.
Zip code.
Where would you find that being used?
Just looking at... No, you've heard of combination locks. The zip code is a sophisticated security device used by people to prevent militant women from getting into the trousers of Parliament. I lie, of course, but awfully well. It's their equivalent of our post code, which is a code which even the post office can't break.
Linda's nodding away.
I agree.
You agree, and you've just won your first £10 of the game.
Jean Rook, please.
Jean Rook, and may I say we've already had complaints from Elstree Airport that your jewellery is interfering with their radar system. Shortly before he departed the scene, who said this about his country? I am handing it to you in a poor state.
Harold Wilson, when he gave over the colour. Wait now, Bob. Stuart? Couldn't have been Charles I, because he was saying nothing, he had his head chopped off. Second, well, he said, let not poor Nelly stuff. I know. No, I don't. Edward VII, handing over to George V.
I disagree.
You're right to disagree. Emperor Nicholas I. Emperor Nicholas I of Russia said it to his son shortly before he passed on. Linda?
Ted Moult.
Ted Moult. Ted, for what is Nehemiah Grew best remembered? Nehemiah Grew.
Do you say grew or glue?
Grew. G-R-E-W.
Oh, that would be a bit sticky one if you said glue. You'll never believe this. He was a botanist about the time of Dr. Dahl from Stockholm, who invented the dahlia, Dr. Fuchs from Schleswig-Holstein, who invented the fuchsia. What's his name? Grew, Nehemiah, was responsible for nothing of the kind. Nevertheless, he wrote a book called How to Treat Your Blood and Stomach and Guts, and what's more, invented ersatz or synthetic Epsom salts or magnesium sulfate.
Pick the bones out of that lot. Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes, absolutely right. That's exactly who you are.
Katie Boyle, please.
Katie Boyle. Joe. Joe, you and Helen could get to go to Malia in Crete, and £75 spending money is included in this £500 prize. Katie's got all her fingers crossed for you. If someone gave you a jargonelle, would you wear it, eat it, or dance it? Katie, a £500 holiday in
Oh,
Crete
my goodness.
is depending upon this.
Jargonelle, say it again.
Jargonelle, Jargonelle, would you wear it? Would you eat it? Would you dance it?
Oh, I'll dance it.
I disagree.
As it's a kind of pear, you'd eat it and you'd take it to Crete. Oh, well done.
Good, I'm so pleased.
Yes. Well disagreed, if I may say so, for the joy of going to Malia. And Helen, who's a shorthand typist who's married to Joe, will be going with you as
Yes.
so, or else I can make a nice introduction over here. Carry on with the game, Linda.
Roy Hudd, please.
Roy Hudd. Roy, of the 9 assassination attempts on Hitler, the von Stauffenberg plot only succeeded in blowing something off him. Can you tell us what the von Stauffenberg plot succeeded in blowing off Hitler?
Well, I'm not sure, but I did see the film about it, which was called One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. But, I think it was a finger. He lost a finger.
I disagree.
On the 20th of July, 1944, it only succeeded in blowing Hitler's trousers off. You're right to disagree. You win £10 and goes north.
Frank Carson, please.
Frank Carson, what do sailors call Paddy's milestone?
Well, they're a group of rocks off Donegal. They're 25 yards apart. Irish milestones, I think. Yes, sir. They're a group of rocks off the coast of Donegal.
I agree.
No, Paddy's milestone is Ailsa Craig. So the North would go in there, but this is game point. If you want it in Frank Square, that's where you have to put it.
Frank Carson.
Okay, Frank, here we go again. What was the first thing that Casanova did after escaping from Venice prison?
Is this the Irish Casanova or the other fella? Because the Irish Casanova left a forwarding address. No, he actually went back to kill the judge that sentenced him.
Went back to kill the judge, then.
I disagree.
You disagree. He seduced the police chief's wife. You're right to disagree. You've won the game for a £10 bonus. Let's play on. Pick another star, Linda.
William Rushton, please.
William Rushton. Willie, whose fan club is called Sons of the Desert?
Duncan Sands. Or, Sahara Bernhardt. Come on, brain. Or Tito Gobi. Or Yehudi Beduin. Aristotle Oasis. No. Laurel and Hardy. There was a film with their faces on.
Laurel and Hardy.
I agree.
Absolutely right. The fabulous Sons of the Desert, Laurel and Hardy. In this country, the film is called Fraternally Yours.
Les Dawson, please.
Les Dawson. Now, before I ask you this question, can I tell you that you have exactly 45 minutes in which to answer it, Les? Here it is. Les, what is the term used to describe something that ends lamely after a promising beginning?
Well, this must be the first 30 seconds of a Bob Monkhouse TV spectacular. I don't really mean that, Bob. You've done for TV what Larry Grayson's done for rugby league. I would say this is a phrase anticlimax.
Anticlimax. Now, here we have the master of anticlimax advising you that you should have taken that job as a trainee suicide. That you've just been describing an anticlimax.
I agree.
Absolutely right to agree. You win £10 of Les's help.
Frank Carson, please.
Frank Carson. Frank, who were the first people to use enamel?
The Irish discovered it on pots and pans. The ones who discovered the first to use enamel were a group of people called the Phoenicians, or Phoenicians.
The Phoenicians.
I disagree.
The ancient Egyptians were the first to discover enamel, so,
Roy Hudd, please.
Roy Hudd to block. Roy, a Cornishman named Clegg made the first one by putting holes in his wife's thimble. He made the first what, Roy?
Bionic tea bag, I should think. No, he actually, well, he made two, and he joined them together and made the first air-conditioned bra for Twiggy, but, I would think, I'm just going to guess here, actually. I would say the first tea strainer.
I agree.
No, the first gas jet. However, Linda's Nought cannot go in Roy Square. Not unless you're going to try for it. Here we go again, Roy. What was the name of the radio show that first featured Julie Andrews?
Well, this was my own radio show, actually, Bob, called The News Headlines. Actually, it was on that. I can see the headlines now. Virgin on the ridiculous. Well, they all fit in, don't they, Bob, if the place is right. I would think it was Educating Archie.
Roy's giving up his own award-winning series as the answer to that, and what a well-deserved award that was, Roy, to say it was on Educating Archie, a radio show called Educating Archie, that Julie Andrews first appeared.
I agree.
Yes, absolutely right. You won the game. £10 bonus is yours. It is 25.
VTR 2081, stroke 77 pounds, Celebrity Squares, show 70, part 2, take 1.
Welcome back to Celebrity Squares, where it's time for the cringing jitters.
It's enough to make Katie boil. I don't know what's coming up. The questions are sorted out that you send in secret, and I have no idea what I'm doing when I say, ring the bell, thank you, and Les, what's the first question today?
It's a tricky one. Well, like a lead balloon. Which was the world's longest strike?
The world. This instance of an industrial Armageddon took place on a day as bitter as a lemming's gallbladder in the little-known Pennine village of Wet Wang on the Wall. Most people being under the impression that Wet Wang is an affliction yet overseas in the forces, when a group of agitators from the Nostrop Reform and Pit Ponies Social Club succeeded in enticing, did I say enticing? Nay, coercing local members of the British rail workers into refusing to have a go slow because it would have meant them having to work harder. The world's longest strike is actually nearly over because President Sadat has announced that they're going back to work on the pyramids next month. I'm sorry, Les, I ought to know this. It must be in the Book of Records, but I don't know.
Yes, well, it was a very banal beginning. The answer is ending on the 4th of January 1961. After 33 years, it concerned the employment of barbers' assistants in Copenhagen, Denmark.
We send £5 to whoever took the trouble to send that in. Names and addresses, or names anyway, at the end of the show. Neris.
Yes, Bob. Which is the last letter of the Greek alphabet?
I've got to be careful how I answer this, you see, because I know it's Omega, but I have to watch it. Watch it. Watch it. You see, little jokes there. The jokes come out like clockwork, and they're all second-hand. It's what every newlywed husband Ought to be after a hard day's work at the office. Oh, me eager.
Well done.
Thank you, Mary. Frank.
Well, this is a lovely question. How many different kinds of railway signals are there?
Is that in England or in Ireland? In Ulster there, but
Ulster.
in Ulster, it's sticking out there, but I tell ye, it's the way they signal them. In Ireland, they have three. They have stop, go, and no U-turns.
I mean, we know stop and go, and we know there's so many that you see. Oh, gosh, this is train spotter stuff. 24. Between 20 and 30.
Well, it's funny enough, when I read the question, I didn't see the answer, and I was surprised. There are only 7.
We sent a 5 or whoever sent in that question
Yes,
and answer
only
10.
7.
How are you on natural history?
Weak.
Oh, hard luck. True or false? A Bombay duck cannot swim.
A Bombay duck is the exact score that Mrs. Gandhi got in the Indian general election. This is a bit tricky because I know a Bombay duck is a fish, but so therefore it would be false to say it cannot swim. But it isn't a Bombay duck until you have dried it, or if it's a lizard fish, until you have turned it into a relish. So I don't know whether it's, but that's what it is.
You're getting 10 out of 10.
Thank you, Phil.
It can't swim. No good.
Fine. Arthur. Welcome to the show, Arthur.
Nice to see you. Where would you find a fish called a pope?
Fishy show today. A pope. It's very unusual. Most fish swim in either salt water or fresh water, but a pope is the only one that swims in holy water. Do you mean, well, I'd find it in a pond or a river. I wouldn't find it in the sea. Is that what you mean?
That's correct.
Thank you. Katie.
The Munich Agreement of 1938 had 4 names on it. Hitler, Mussolini, and Chamberlain were 3. Who was the 4th?
The man who made the paper it was written on, Mr. Delsey. Who followed Reynaud? Before Pierre Laval? Daladier.
Oh,
Daladier.
absolutely right.
Daladier.
Yes.
Roy Hart.
Manchester United is one of the great names in English football, next to Crystal Palace, of course, but they haven't always been known by that name, Manchester United. What were they called before they became Manchester United?
Of course, I know these football questions. Why do they give them to me? I always know them. Manchester United, a marvellous team. Despite the fact that they pay their manager so poorly, he has to do razor blade commercials. Most ingenious razor blade, where one blade is so constructed that it leaves a bit of stubble for the other blade. You cut yourself twice as many times. I don't know. Mancunians, Northern, Lancastrian,
No, it wasn't actually, Bob. It was that well-known English character actor, Newton Heath.
It does sound like that. Newton Heath. Jean.
Bob, where would you read these words? Eye for eye, tooth for tooth, hand for hand, foot for foot.
Thank you, Paul. Paul is the producer who sorts out the questions I get. Sometimes he sorts out Manchester United, and sometimes he gives me one, because he knows that I live in hotels. It's been 20 years since I finished using a bar of soap. And in hotels, people call Gideon Society leave Bibles, and I always read as far as Exodus. Life for life, eye for eye, tooth for tooth. It's nice to hear it said tooth for tooth, not a tooth for a tooth. It goes on, of course, burning for burning, wound for wound, and stripe for stripe. It is, do you want chapter and verse? It is
of course.
Second book of Moses, it's chapter 24. No, chapter 24. I've been quoting verses 23, 24, 25, somewhere around there. Exodus, anyway.
Go back to your first chapter.
21st chapter? 21st chapter. Then it's the 23rd, 24th, and 25th verse of.
24th verse, Bob.
Thank you.
Very good.
Willie.
From a very young viewer, here is a riddle. What goes all through the house and never touches a thing?
Our cleaning woman. Or If it's Les Dawson's house, a burglar with taste.
You can only say things like that about a fella if he's really is a pal. Don't ask those people who think that Les and I are really getting at one another. Willie, I hate for Fiver not to go to a very young viewer, but I'm afraid in this case, I do know this one. It's a very old riddle. It's either by Edward Lear or Thomas Hood, and it's a shout. Is it a shout?
It says a voice here, so half the money could go to him.
All right, we'll
You
do it that
still
way.
have
Kenny, tell me the news.
6 crosses at £10 a cross, that's £60.
It is £60, and Mr. R.L. Gordon of Northwood Ramsgate wrote a letter saying, I have a daughter who is blind but has a baby son of 18 months. She's bringing him up on her own entirely. She is entirely dependent on Social Security benefits. I'm a pensioner and living far from her, so unable to be of much help. Well, she lives alone with her infant son, so I think I'll keep her full name and address out of it. I'm sure she has enough to contend with without unwanted callers. So let's just say to Ray and her little son, we hope that £60 brings a smile. A well-deserved. Look how well the folks are doing. Linda has £90, and Joseph Harley not only has £70, but a £500 holiday for 2 people in Crete, and it's also his chance to pick first the star sitting in the secret square. But we picked Kenny Everett to tell us just what it's in it.
Cross dots, our second secret square, with lying in lurk for someone is the smallest thing in television, the world's miniest TiVo. It's so cuddly and compact you can carry it round in your pocket. Battery operated, so you can turn on any way you choose. It's also programmed to function anywhere in the world. Plus, a sumptuous stereophonic system to improve the quality of your discs, and radio too. It's time somebody improved the quality of radio too.
You couldn't improve the quality of this celebrity sitting in the secret square for this round of the game only. And first chance to pick that celebrity goes to you, Joe.
William Rushton, please.
Willie Rushton. Willie, in the United States, what is a deadhead?
A deadhead?
Deadhead.
Over here, it would be the principal of a comprehensive who rather foolishly took prayers without a bulletproof vest on. Over there, it sounds like a tasteless reference to President Ford. Of course, it had an arthritic brain. It's a sort of freeloader, but it's not really a freeloader. It's a guy who, for instance, over here, goes on the underground without paying for a ticket and leaps out the other end and skitters under the bars. It's a sort of freeloader.
I agree.
That's a perfect description. Someone who attends a theatre, rides for a public vehicle without paying.
Arthur Mullard.
Arthur Mullard. Arthur, when a warthog drops onto its front knees and shuffles along the ground, what is it doing?
I should think his arse skipper would kick up the Kiger Paw. No, it's cleaning its tusks, his horns, whatever they call them in their head.
I agree.
You agree? No, that's wrong. It's a position it adopts when feeding.
Roy Hudd, please.
Roy, according to Mark Twain, what is the difference between a taxidermist and a tax collector?
Well, I would think it's in the instructions that you give them. Actually, you tell a taxidermist to get stuffing. You tell a tax collector to get stuck in the traffic. I think with this one, I think he said a taxidermist was someone who skins dead animals, and a tax collector skins you alive.
I agree.
Pretty good. In fact, I think it's better than Mark Twain. He said a taxidermist only takes your skin. That's the famous quote.
Les Dawson.
Les Dawson. Les, who coined the phrase, never give a sucker an even break?
I must say, I like the colour of that suit.
Do you, Les?
You look like an aging Dolly Blue. Never give a sucker an even break.
Yes, I should like to give you an Easter egg later. Posthumously. Yes.
Never give a sucker.
Who said never give a
Well,
sucker an even break?
This must be, it must be. I think W.C. Fields, the man who coined such immortal remarks as, anybody who hates kids and dogs, count me all bad. Or, my wife drove me to drink, and for that I'm eternally grateful to her. Yes, I must go for W.C. Fields.
Absolutely wrong, I'm afraid. No, it wasn't W.C. Fields. That was the name of one of his great films, but he took the phrase from the American con man, gambler, and Hollywood film writer Wilson Misner. So the cross would go into Leicester Square, except for a game point. If you want it in Leicester Square, you must put it there. But we haven't found that secret square, and we do know that Leicester Square is not it.
Neris, please.
Neris. Neris, which European country got its name because of the large number of rabbits found there?
Large number of rabbits.
Wonderland.
Germany, because it's full of herbs. Large number of rabbits. What's a rabbity country? Oh, I've made Frank laugh. We're wheezing away.
She does a lot of that anyway.
I think maybe Ireland.
I disagree.
You're right to disagree. It's Spain. Spain. The Phoenicians named it Champagne. Spain. There were for rabbits, those they found in abundance there.
Jean Rook.
Jean Rook. Jean, darling, at which English educational establishment would you find the pupils doing Bill in the schoolyard?
Doing Bill? Cheltenham Ladies College, Bob. I think I know. Well, I think I know what doing Bill is. It's calling a playground roll. Eton, Harrow, Winchester. Harrow.
Harrow.
I disagree.
You're wrong to disagree. It's a ceremony performed at Harrow School. So the cross goes in there.
Katie Boyle, please.
Katie, in the 18th century, a woman's makeup could sometimes prove fatal. Why?
Oh, because of the things that they had in it. But actually, this is very interesting because so many people say, oh, skin products, skincare products, they're absolutely lousy. But this, in fact, goes to prove that they do penetrate the skin and therefore can do good as well as harm. But this, in the 18th century, did harm because there was arsenic in it.
I agree.
And white lead, you're right to agree, and you win the game for a £10 bonus. It had to be either Frank Carson or Ted Moult who's in the secret square, and I've had a signal that it was in fact Frank Carson. Who will be the next to be in the secret square? First, let's find out about the prize.
Note starts our third secret thing, and the puncher who picks it could procure the stereo center that helps give vent to your musical emotions and needs. It adds a touch of the Friskies to your favorite diskies, and we nicked it from a junk shop in Leeds. Bluff! Bag's Eye this one, an elegant off-the-shoulder piece of jet-setting plane luggage that provides a convenient hiding place for your personal effects. It's a hijacker's dream. Bluff! You can kiss your tea cozy goodbye thanks to the 4-piece stainless steel tea set that provides a piping hot cuppa for breakfast or supper.
And here's the famous face sitting in the secret square for this, our 5th round of the game today. And you get to start the 5th round. Willie Rushton. Willie, why was the Parliament of 1295 called the Model Parliament? 1295.
As today, they were all dummies. Although, of course, in those days, they were more puppets. Now they're muppets. Not that I would care to have my hand up the back of Jim Callaghan. It was the Parliament upon which all our current parliaments are now modelled. I mean, in this country, anyway.
Linda?
That's all.
I agree.
Yes, that's right. Set a precedent for all future parliaments.
Jean Rook, please.
Jean Rook. Jean, they're lovable creatures. They've been amusing children for years, and some of them have even been taught to count. What are they?
Chancellors of the Exchequer. No, they're not lovable. I might have said chimpanzees, Bob, but I don't think that's very clever because everybody knows they can count. They've been doing it for years. Something newer, fishy, dolphins, flapping their tails on balls, things like that. Dolphins.
I disagree.
Well, you're right to disagree. Chimpanzees would have been the correct answer. Here goes your cross. Roy Hard. Roy, still we can't find that secret square. What kind of clothes are members of the Jewish faith not allowed to wear?
Pork pie hats, I should think. No, it's actually, anything that's made from an unclean animal.
Linda? Absolutely right. Anything made from linen and wool as well?
Frank Carson.
Frank? You found it again. You found it again. This time, Joe, upon your response to Frank's answer, defends a stereo music center, a shoulder bag, and a 4-piece stainless steel tea set. Here's the question. In 1884, Frank, a first international match between England and Scotland was won by the Scots. Was it draughts, tiddlywinks, or marbles?
Marbles.
I disagree.
You've just won a stereo music center, a shoulder bag, and 4-piece stainless steel tea set. 1884, the Scots decisively beat the English at drafts. And on with the game, Linda.
Neris Hughes.
Neris, darling, where does the world's only professor of knitting come from?
Oh, Wolverhampton. Professor of knitting? What a funny thing to be professor of. Frank, that's not funny.
Yeah, no, that's why I'm laughing.
You just laugh at anything I say.
Because I love you.
I would imagine it's somewhere like America, because they have funny things there, don't they? Professors of funny things. America.
I agree.
No, Japanese.
Oh.
He's Japanese.
Sorry.
Les Dawson.
Les, which actress starred in the 1969 film A Fine Pair?
She was a big lass. She wore a cross-your-ankle bra. She came from Brest. No, she didn't. No, big man of nothing. Ooh, I saw it 300 times with one master knee. I couldn't get enough of it. Ooh, it was back. Sorry about it. It was Claudia Cardinale.
I agree.
Absolutely right. You win £10. And a £10 bonus besides, bringing you to a total of £150. Oh, wow. And there goes the hooter that tells me that we've reached the climax of the game, which means I congratulate you most sincerely on winning £110 tax-free and an Easter egg. Well done, Linda Rolls. From Whitney in Oxfordshire, where she helps with all the people who are blood donors. And unlike Les Dawson, who isn't even a blood owner. And joy, do I congratulate you. Not only £800 worth of prizes, and you've also got £150 in cash. In other words, a total of £950 in cash and holiday in Crete and Stereo Music Centre and 4-piece stainless steel. Are you going to gamble that for 1,000 or try for 100?
I'll go for the 100.
I thought you might. All right, the seal question, the same question is in the envelope, whether or not Joseph had tried for the 100 or the 1,000. But in this case, why should he risk so much? But you'll get a fiver for every correct answer you give me, up until 1 over the 8. Make it 1 over the 8, 9 in all, and you'll get another £100. And you can do it. Joseph, you can do it. You have just given a beautiful box of chocolates to your wife, Helen, for Easter Sunday. Give us the names of 9 centres you might expect to find in 30 seconds, starting now.
Chocolate cream, coffee cream, cherry cream, orange cup, lemon cup, hazelnut, nut cluster, nougat, caramel.
Oh, bringing you to a total of 200. I should have let you break up that egg and bite each one if you hadn't got it, but you managed it perfectly, easily within the 30 seconds. That means £250 in cash and all those marvellous prizes. You've done tremendously well. We do congratulate you most sincerely, just as we thank and congratulate our celebrities, Les and Neris, and Frank and Jean, Willie and Ted, Roy, Katie and Arthur. Thank you for sitting pretty and being witty on Bob and the Big Box Game. We want you here with us next Saturday. Don't let us down. See you then. Bye.
And the centres of Bob's Full House cards this week were C. Clapham of Dover, Paul Galley of North Wales, and Michael Prestige of Rugby. And if you'd like to drop us a line, here's our address, Celebrity Squares, PO Box 55, Birmingham B12JP. And don't forget, join us next week. Be a good egg.